Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Master Cloud, and I am back for another cast of The Lord of the Rings, The Rise of the Witch King. Today's battle is going to take place on a map which is very hard to pronounce. I believe it is something like Nanduhurion, but I just call it Nandu for short, so that's how I'll be referring to it from now on. This is a 4 vs 4 map, however the game is a 3v3. Now, I'm going to be spawning in the top right side, and as you can see, Rod has been defeated here. He was our center player, I believe, so he actually disconnected at the beginning of the game. So actually it is going to be Hallo4321 taking over for him. So Halo is going to be the dwarves and Isengard, and I'm going to be the dwarves as well. Now this is a 4K game, and I did go ahead and start off the game with the banner upgrade for the fortress because I know that as dwarves I'm going to be going for those heroes right off the bat. Now our opponents in the center is going to be the goblins, Fikibok. I think I'm pronouncing that right, Fikibok. And he's going to go for Azog and the Goblin King off the bat. A good start here. And then we have Isengard. He'll be played by Acebeth, and he's going to be spawning in the top left-hand side. He's going to go for alerts off the center, or off the start. And it looks like we have Agmar spawning in the lower left-hand side, and Agmar is going to be going for Haldir and or what's this guy's name again? It's like Morgamir. There we go. I was going to say Mohinder, but that wasn't right. And this is going to be by Malinistar. So it is going to be a 3v3 on this 4v4 map, and of course both of us left the back spots of our bases open here because no one's spawning there. That is regularly where the fourth person would spawn. However, we are just going to be using that for farm space. Now I do go for King Dane off the bat here, just King Dane, and it looks like Isengard has actually added on Wormtongue to his fleet here. My ally Halo has gone for Gimli and Brand. It looks like he's just right now just busy spamming furnaces. Yeah, he's got like the whole map just covered in furnaces right now. Actually, even coming up into my territory, building up several lumber mills as well. So he's really focused on an economical type game. Looks like I've gone for some Guardians as well. Going to be trying to hopefully grab that outpost as quickly as possible here, and do have my builder down here as well to go ahead and secure that with a mine so I can reinforce it easily. On the left hand side, Lurtz and Wormtongue still working on their cave troll lair. Looks like Brand and Gloin going to be attempting to take on the Fire Drake, and with the two of them here, it looks like they are easily going to be able to take that down. Where is oh, this is my ally. But where is the Agmar? It looks like Morgamir is here. Where's Haldir, though? I'm not sure. Oh, he's down here focusing on this for the start, so these guys don't see each other yet. Now Prince Brand does see Morgamir here, and Gloin's not able to... He's able to destroy that, but not finish it off, so he doesn't actually get any experience there. And he's going to have to fall back here. Does throw down the Whirlwind there, or the Fellwind, and Brand takes a lot of damage. Does go ahead and throw down the heal. I think Brand probably would have been able to get away from that. But it looks like this battle is going to continue here. Haldir not looking very good. Might actually fall. Brand might get him here. And there's the slam shot to take out Haldir. So, oh, but Brand does fall there by Morgamir as he stabs him, and then goes ahead and runs away. So it looks like my ally Halo will be winning here. However, on the top side, we do have Lurtz coming in now with Wormtongue. They are going to be focusing down King Dane, who's not quite to level 4 yet. I do throw him in defensive mode there because he's taking a lot of damage from the Lurtz shots. Builder goes ahead and grabs the extra money there, and with so many pikemen showing up, Wormtongue is in a lot of trouble, but he does go ahead and use that escape ability and manages to get out of there. Lurtz now in a little bit of trouble himself. He can't take on this many Guardians without support from his troops. Meanwhile, in the center, the goblins look like they're just securing a bunch of, just securing the area here. Haven't decided which way they want to go yet, but Gloin's going to go ahead and push back Morgamir here. I guess let's take a quick look at the players' bases. It looks like archery range and barracks for Halo. I believe I've gone with 2 barracks in the front. He's also built a Uruk pit up here. I'm not sure what the point of that was. I did see him doing this in the game, and I was really confused as to why he built this up here. Maybe just for later in case he needs to support me. Now I am going to be pushing forward here with King Dane, Prince Brand, and 3 units of Guardians as well as a builder. I try and put the pressure on very quickly because it is a 2 versus 3. Glowin doesn't fall there as Azog chases him down. And it looks like they're actually going to turn around and not push their luck. However, I'm trying to build a mine up here. It looks like it got destroyed once by the archers there on the high ground. Brand goes ahead and stops to pick off a few of these. My builder's still under attack, needs to throw down another mine. I'm trying to reinforce this very quickly. However, the archers on the high ground are absolutely preventing him from putting that up. Now, looks like King Dane is going to move up here with several units of his Guardians. He is level 4 now, but just barely. Several goblins are returning, Azog included, and the Goblin King. The fortress, of course, is focusing down King Dane. And now with both of these goblins on him, he's going to start to take a lot of damage. Actually, so much damage that I don't believe I catch it in time. And he actually falls there without me getting off either of my heals, which is very, very unfortunate. He needed to be in with these group of pikemen. And because of that, these no longer have the upgrade. However, the fortress is going to fall. I believe I have enough here. And yes, the fortress does fall. Meanwhile, my ally just sort of building up his forces back here, getting out Glowin again, grabbing Prince Brand, the captain of Dale, and I do have more Felixes here. However, with so many troops from our opponents, it's just not going to be possible to sort of hold this area. So I do go ahead and fall back. Now Karsh is out as well for Agmar. That is definitely not good for us. Karsh, one of the very few heroes who can actually go head-to-head with Dwarven heroes at their peak because of his level 7 or level 8 ability, excuse me, the Whisper of Death, which of course inflicts massive damage on a non-undead unit. So that is extremely, extremely effective against heroes, especially the Dwarven heroes. It looks like Beacon is being placed, I guess, by Malinistar. I guess just to say that, hey, your guys are just standing here, they're not working. And actually, the goblins do have enough money, so they are going to start to rebuild that fortress. Now, I am amassing a force in the north. Prince Brand is going to be heading it up right now, but I'm sure I have King Dane back on the way, and there he is, comes out right out of the fortress there. So he's going to head with this troop back into the mines and pop out over there very quickly. Now, Agmar has tons of units out. Let's just take a look at his base here. He has 3 Hall of the King's Men's there in the front. Are they upgraded at all? Does not look like they are upgraded as of yet. Then in the topside Isengard, he's going to be working on the actually upgrading it to level 3 and then working on the Forge Blades upgrade, it looks like. As well as he has a Warg Pit, 2 barracks here as well. Now it looks like we are going to be pushing in here. Halo from the south and myself, Cloud, to the north. I do go ahead and make it up the ramp. I am going to run into Isengard, and it looks like my ally is going to actually go sort of well, scratch that, because here comes all of Agmar's forces. Now, does he have enough here to actually take this? The Fell Wind there grabs most of the units in, and that's not going to be good for him at all. Morgamir is in here as well. You can see him sort of right in there. Needs to focus down Hawaldir if he can find him, because all of his units are getting a boost because of Hawaldir. Here he is, but he's still plenty of health. Glowin is going to fall, and this attack is going to fail very quickly. I don't know why my ally Halo does not have King Dane, of course, with that leadership ability, granting all the Dwarven units around him plus 50% on attack and defense. Now, the Fire Drakes do go down quite quickly. I do have a decent amount of Guardians here remaining. My ally's Halo's attack is going to be completely thwarted here, as even Prince Brand might fall. He's attempting to take down Morgamir, but it's not going to work. Morgamir grabs the level, as well as Hawaldir, now up to level 5, and Karsh already to level 3. Seems like he just came out. King Dane does manage to take out Wormtongue there, I am trying desperately to reinforce this very quickly before our opponents can sort of get ahead of us to keep the pressure on. Now, it looks like I'm assuming that the goblins have not had time to rebuild yet, so I'm going to go straight for Isengard. I don't like how many production buildings I can see up here, so I want to go straight for them. However, Lurtz gets his cripple arrow back just in time to slow the attack of King Dane, and now Brand and these dwarves are going to have to sort of get stuck here on the ramp, as now I'm getting pinched from behind by the Angmar forces that were able to very easily take out Halo. And Halo has a ton of units just sitting back here. I'm not sure why he's not pressing his attack. Oh, we never captured the outpost. Big mistake right there by Halo. Absolutely needed to get this ASAP. I'm not sure why he didn't manage to capture that earlier. Just must have forgotten. Yeah, so his income has been a little bit slowed. Of course, he has tons and tons of mines, so I don't expect his income to be that bad. Looks like Lurtz might actually make it out here. Is Prince Brand in here and able to chase him down? Here's Prince Brand. Is alive yet. Might get off another shot on Lurtz. It's going to be hard to say. Does string up an arrow and does manage to take him out from afar there. So nice shot by Prince Brand. However, with all of these enemy troops coming up now, the Goblin King level 4, Karsh level 4, Hwaldir is at level 6 now. My troops in a lot of trouble, and this is going to be death for Prince Brand, and actually Prince Brand going to fall right there from the... No, I do go ahead and pop down the heal. Why not just stay off their counterattack for a little bit longer? And there goes down the... Was that a cripple shot? I don't know what got him there. Oh, that was going to be the blade by Morgamir. So Prince Brand does fall. Looks like there's Prince Brand falling. King Dane did fall. This is the King Dane's white, which is remaining, all that remains of King Dane. Now it looks like, I know this entire game I was extremely low on money. I did have the outpost, but I just was focusing so heavily on attacking and pumping out units that I just did not manage to get out enough mines to really have an income to keep the pressure on 24/7. I did go ahead and build a Forge Works. I did want to work up to that Forge Blaze. Actually, I have already researched that, but I do need to go up to level 3 if I want to get that Dwarven Mithril Mail. Now, my ally Halo is continuing. Looks like he's going for all upgrades on his troops. Does not have the banner carriers, though. Might want to consider getting that upgrade as well as the Forge Blaze. Looks like he has Forge Blaze and the Mithril Mail. Does he have fire arrows? He does not have fire arrows. Although he has researched it, so yeah, okay. So now he is adding it to. Looks like it might have just finished there for his archery range, and so these units are getting upgraded with fire arrows. Now my concept here looks like I've gone for Gimli actually as well. So I did save up enough there. Do have some troops out here. King Dane, Gimli, Prince Brand. Looks like he's not back out yet, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe just wanted to focus on getting out Gimli, getting him leveled up. Gimli, of course, one of the best heroes in the game when he activates his Slayer ability, as he does gain plus 200% damage and double the attack speed. So it looks like I will attempt to level them up on here. I'm going to capture the Signal Fire as well, which is very good in a game like this, because you get so many power points and you want those powers to refresh as fast as possible. So always important to get. Looks like my ally Halo does have his own Signal Fire. Now one unit, or some troops we haven't seen a lot of this game, is going to be the Goblins. However, it looks like now that his fortress is back up, he's upgraded it, getting out several of the Fire Drake broods that his army is going to be. Look at this really great positioning that he has his troops in here. This is really cool. I've never actually seen anybody do that. And actually, the fortress finds Gollum and takes him out. So the ring is here. The one ring is in our vision range. And we definitely need to capitalize on that, because that is going to be a way that we can go ahead and sort of break the stalemate that's starting to develop in this game. By getting out Sauron or Galadriel, very, very powerful, obviously very, very powerful units. And this catapult completely whiffs the first shot, doesn't hit anything, and is going to attempt to retreat, but sorry guys, you lose. So that catapult does fall. Does he have a second one? Does not have any additional catapults. There's just so many Agmar troops here. He needs to focus Waldir here in the front. But Karth is there as well. It looks like Glowin is actually focusing Karsh. Morgamir here as well, and Glowin is going to fall. Why does Halo not have a King Dane is still the question. He has, how much money does he even have? Let's check. He does have 5 grand, so I'm not sure why he's not going for the additional Dwarven heroes. Looks like Prince Bran, for me, actually goes ahead and captures that 1 ring. And he is going to be returning it to the fortress. So I will start to hopefully have Galadriel on the way. I know I don't have enough money yet, but I will attempt to start saving up for that now. It looks like my allies' forces are going to be completely overwhelmed here by Agmar. This is without even the Goblin's health, so it is going to be basically... Are we not observing everyone? Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. There we go, observing all players. And I basically look up this ramp and see both Isengard and the Goblins just sitting here waiting for me. There's just no way, even with this many Guardians, or this many Phalanxes. Oops, excuse me. I've been calling these Guardians the whole game. They are, in fact, a Phalanx. But anyways, there's just no way I can break up this ramp. And this is basically just a meat grinder, a funnel into death up here. So I don't want to engage that directly yet. However, my ally has lost the bottom. He's going to be losing his signal fire. He's attempting to rebuild. Looks like he's going for archers. I'm really not sure why he's not going for more heroes. Now, of course, my ally was getting upset at me. Looks like he got finally getting Gimli out here. Why is his Slayer ability on cooldown? Is that? Am I looking at that right? It looks like the Slayer ability is on cooldown. Maybe that's just how it looks before you get it. Anyways, because it wouldn't make any sense, seeing as how he's only level 1, he can't have the Slayer ability. Anyways, looks like I should be saving up for Galadriel now. We can go check my resources if we want. Yeah, I do have about 4,000 saved up. Looks like Isengard 2,000. Halo actually has spent all of his money, so he has barely anything. Malinistar has about 500. That about does it. Oh, the Goblins have about 5,000 too. So, looks like everyone actually spending their resources rather efficiently. Our opponent's just playing a very defensive game, except for Agmar here, finally pushing forward and giving Halo a run for his money. I still don't understand why he does not have King Dane on the field. I'm not sure if he just doesn't like him as a hero. I don't know why you wouldn't like him, because he's, I think, one of the best heroes in the game with his ability to heal, his leadership bonus, additional health, and also, of course, once you get to level 10, the Royal Guard. Speaking of King Dane, my King Dane is up to level 8. So once he gets level 10, he will have the ability to summon that Royal Guard. Now, it looks like I am going to go ahead and move up the ramp into the meat grinder, into death, into certain death, I think. Now, actually, our opponents cast down the Rainstorm, which will remove the leadership bonus, so all of these troops in a lot of trouble. I did send a second group of units, it looks like about 3 or 4 groups of Phalanx here, from the south to try and counter them while I push here. However, the Fire Drake's just dealing absolute insane damage to all of the Phalanxes, and King Dane is going to be basically left alone. Now, the Goblin King is in here, might get taken out, almost dead, and actually he's going to survive. I do throw down the heal there, it looks like, but it's just not going to matter because there's so many Fire Drakes. Goblin King may have actually gone down in that. I can't actually tell. It looks like Gimli's still in here attempting to battle. Prince Bran trying to take down these Fire Drakes as fast as he can. Just cannot deal enough damage, and King Dane in a lot of trouble. Looks like my units of Guardians over here attempting to stop these archers. Agmar actually recalling all of his forces here in an attempt to has actually pulled back all of his forces in an attempt to stop me. Gimli does activate the Slayer ability. Goes for the Troll, it looks like. Now my ally Halo, with the pressure to relieve because of Agmar having to pull back. Oh, I do go ahead and throw down the rock drop on Agmar there, though, to crush all their forces, as they were definitely going to be presenting us a problem. And Rogash now out for them as well. But with Lurtz throwing down the Carnage ability, I'm going to have to retreat. Who is this? Oh, this is a Wildman. King Dane accidentally turns around. You do not want to go that way, King Dane. And the Berserkers, or the Deathbringers, out now as well. And they are going to catch King Dane and grab a couple of levels themselves. So King Dane does go ahead and fall there. I remember accidentally... I thought I had told him to go into the mine, but I think I just told him to go next to the mine. And when he saw these troops, he turned around and started going back to attack. So my mistake there. However, my ally now is pushing. Now, I do remember my ally getting upset at me for taking the one ring to my castle because apparently he wanted it so he could summon Sauron. But to my knowledge, he was originally the Dwarven player, and when our ally Rod left, you gain control of his structures, but I don't believe you can build the heroes that come from the Isengard fortress. So I wasn't really sure why he was the one who wanted the ring. I thought maybe he was making more money than me, but obviously you can see he wasn't building sort of the best heroes and taking the best care of his heroes, as Gloin is way ahead of the group there. Does go ahead and fall as well. Now the catapults here, a nice touch, especially with the flaming ability added, the flaming shot. But just does not have enough units here. And Angmar and the goblins are going to easily crush this attack. Just does not have enough sort of raw beef. Oh, that was just a devastating flame attack. Some of his catapults still surviving, but not for long, as those ice arrows and Hwaldir are going to finish that off. Now it looks like towards the top here, Isengard finally going to be moving out. Gimli and his troop of Guardians escaping into the mine. And it looks like that mine, my forward mine, will get taken out as we are in a lot of trouble now. I assume Galadriel is on the way from me. How much money do I have? About 500, so I'm actually spending almost absolutely everything. Gimli is still alive, so that's nice that I don't have to rebuild him. However, of course, I do have to rebuild Glóin and King Dane. Or maybe I haven't had Glóin out yet. But I believe I am going to start to go for Glóin. Yeah, I do. Oh, he has been out for a little while. Oh, excuse me. But, so Glóin is back out again. I would assume King Dane is on the way, as well as Galadriel. Prince Bran may actually be out. Yeah, Prince Bran and Gimli already out here engaging. Is this my King Dane? I believe, yeah. Okay, so my King Dane is out. I do manage to get the heal down there. The slam shot by Bran. I'm trying to take on so many units. This is the goblins and the fully upgraded Isengard archers, as well as Angmar throwing down the Gunabad warriors. So this is just a terrible situation to be in. I'm basically taking on all three of my opponents right now. I'm not sure why. Actually, I'm not sure why Angmar isn't pushing out. He has a ton of troops here. Looks like he just wants to sort of take his time, not rush anything, secure his base first. And it looks like King Dane actually survives the battle for now. Is going to attempt to retreat, throws down the Falwyn in an attempt to finish him off. But the slam shot from Bran should hopefully clear the way for him to escape. I do put him in defensive mode so that he can take a little less damage. Glóin shows up with reinforcements, and King Dane actually attempting to get away, but Karr shows up with the teleport ability and is going to run through all of these. Look at the drain. Look at the drain from Karshir. Kills off all of those units. Just unbelievable. But King Dane is going to get the final hit, but die. So that is a mutual kill right there. King Dane goes to level 10. Karsh gets the kill as well, but also dies. And now I do go ahead and summon in my archers, throw down the rally call, but of course the bats come out from our opponents. Very good move from them right there. And my ally is just building up his forces back here, I guess. I'm not really sure what Halo was doing at this point, why he wasn't helping, why he wasn't attacking. Now we do have an additional fire drake coming out from from the goblins here. So I'm attempting to hold this as long as I possibly can. Looks like my ally here is Halo finally getting out King Dane, only level 1. Does finally show up, and I will carry the ring as Galadriel not returns, but visits or whatever the battlefield. graces the battlefield with her presence. And now that Galadriel is out, I just need to wait for King Dane, and then I can finally get a strong push in. Remember, these units right here, is this Glowin mine or his? That is his. So these are the Dwarven heroes of my ally, Halo. Looks like only I have only a couple of archers, Prince Brand remaining. Now, it looks like I did manage to get King Dane back out on the field. Halo just building up, I guess, a bunch of units, going for several of the Berserkers. Might be smarter to go for the Deathbringers, which can be extremely, extremely powerful. But Angmar now has the Wolf or the Cave and Troll Den, something like that. And so he does have the Hill Trolls out, so I'm going to have to use Galadriel's ability there. Although Galadriel just dies all of a sudden. I think that was from, I don't know what that was from. She died so fast. Oh, it was from Karsh. So Karsh was back out on the field, kills Galadriel in a matter of seconds. I didn't even realize she was taking damage there. That was what happened in the game as well. And so it looks like our opponents are going to be the ones who take the ring. Now, Dane is here. However, the Whirlwind ability is going the wrong way. And Dane's Royal Guard is here, but with our opponents retreating, there's just absolutely nothing we can do to, or I can do to catch up to them. And Halo here, what is Halo doing? He just has a bunch of archers just kind of standing around. I don't really understand what he's been doing this whole time. Why hasn't he moved forward with a force? Maybe he just went AFK or something. I'm not really sure. But I'm attempting to push forward now with King Dane, Gimli, and his Royal Guard. But that flame ability just destroys these units as they come through the funnel. And I believe this tornado is about to run out. Yeah, it runs out before it can actually get to the spot it needs to be. Looks like that ring is going to be brought back to the Angmar Fortress. So expect Sauron to visit the field. Now we do have... actually, that's my Earthquake ability that I throw down to attempt to kill off all these archers and save King Dane. Looks like Gimli is in there somewhere with the Slayer ability. Oh, maybe that's actually Rogash. Now up to level 10. Glowin's going to have to retreat. King Dane attempting to take down that, although he died so fast there. The Deathbringers, that's why. Several Deathbringers in there. And one swipe just completely takes him out. Angmar returning to the fortress. My ally continuing to build up his forces here. Does he have a... maybe he's just low on money? He has... yeah, he only has 1,000 minerals in the bank. Or not minerals, but 1,000 gold in the bank. So he's definitely spending it all. I guess just working on those Berserkers and finally going to be moving out here. Several units of fully upgraded Guardians as well. Meanwhile, on the top, Angmar is going to attempt to push forward. Rogash actually going to retreat, I guess. These archers, and is Prince Brand here? I guess not. Going to take out Rogash. They do manage to kill him. However, these so many Goblin Warriors backed up by Lurtz and his group of archers. King Dane again getting stuck here. This is actually Halo's King Dane. So some of his heroes are actually up here. Gimli goes in for the jump. Is this his Gimli or mine? That is going to be my Gimli. Hard to tell exactly whose units are up here, but looks like he is going to be pushing on the lower side while his heroes are on the north. However, an avalanche is going to make short work of absolutely all of his troops except 2 Guardians and 1 Archer. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 Berserkers survived as well. So all of that build-up going to be for absolute nothing. Karsh goes ahead and teleports in. He's going to go ahead and use his ability, I would assume, on Gimli. So Gimli's going to survive for about 5 seconds. Yeah, give or take a second. And with that, the attack is over. The attack is thwarted. All of that build-up by my ally is going to be for nothing, except maybe using the avalanche. Now, we do have a Watcher on the right-hand side. That's going to take out the rest of our forces that we're pushing forward. Now, I do go ahead and summon in some Archers of Dale. They may be enough to actually hold this area. It looks like King Dane is here. I would assume this is my King Dane. Yeah, these should all be my heroes now. And a second Watcher goes down on my group of archers. I will actually go ahead and take that. Well, I was saying I was going to take that trade because an Archer is 10 power points, but a Watcher is 15. However, I used the Rally Call on the Archer, so that's really... Rally Call is 5. So, really sort of an even trade there. Gimli and Glowin still alive. Glowin only up to level... Is this my Glowin? Yeah, this is my Glowin. My Glowin's up to level 4. His up to level 8. Almost 9. I do finally have some... or a couple units of Phalanxes being added to my army. However, I'm not really sure if I'm going to have enough here to push forward. Obviously, our opponents are continuing to pump out units. Agmar doing very, very well. Look at this huge army that's being moved forward. I do go ahead and beacon to my opponent saying, hey, you have a hero that's just standing here. But Halo seems to be completely caught up in something else right now. I'm not sure exactly what, possibly realigning his troops here. But apparently our opponents have vision of that, and again, building up all of his troops just to have them killed by, that's right, Shade of the Wolf, which is going to easily just completely destroy all of those. Actually went for Dwarven Zealots. This is just a note to everyone who plays Dwarves. Don't build Dwarven Zealots. They are absolutely horrible. Do not build Dwarven Zealots. They are absolutely no good. Agmar going to be pushing in on this fortress now. The Isengard fortress going to be falling very quickly. Meanwhile, looks like I'm pushing forward with a troop of King Dane and his finest warriors. Gimli is in there as well. The Isengard fortress goes ahead and it is destroyed. Gimli attempting to save what he can, but this wolf just destroying all the infrastructure here. Halo's going to lose most of his infrastructure, if not all of it. My unit is still attempting to push forward. King Dane still is in here. Does go ahead and summon his Royal Guard. That's going to be extremely helpful to this push. Gloin not up to level 10 yet, so he does not have that Earthshaker ability. Now we do have a rock drop coming down on Agmar's fortresses. That is by that is going to be Halo's rock drop. I'm almost sure of that. And that's going to damage some of them, but the majority of them, including the wolf, have survived. King Dane looks to be in a lot of trouble, so this force continuing to push forward. Meanwhile, on our opponent's side of the map, I'm continuing myself to push forward into Isengard's base. Looks like I managed to take out Lurtz there. The Deathbringer is actually going to fall before they can bring down Gimli, and actually, yeah, the Shatterhammer ability from Gloin does go, you do have to get to level 10. My Gimli, however, is level 7, almost level 8, so my Dwarven hero is doing extremely well. I am going to be pushing forward right into Isengard here, and Isengard actually running out of I guess troops, I would say, and actually he doesn't even have any more barracks. He's about to lose this one. A dragon comes out, but the dragon misses, kills like one dwarf. So that dragon strike did not work out well for him, as he completely whiffed that. Okay, he does have a couple of barracks back here. He's attempting to pump out men as quickly as possible, actually going for the Wildman Axe Throwers. Don't see that very often. But it looks like I have shown up to this fortress. Gloin does use Shake Foundation, but Karth goes ahead and finds Gloin, is going to attempt to focus him down. Karth in a lot of trouble himself, actually kills Gloin, but dies himself. Looks like he's like frozen in time there, finally goes ahead and dies. I do go ahead and summon in Hobbits. I attempted to do that to help take out Karsh. However, the Fire Drake is now going to be focusing down Dane. Azog here as well. Throws down his Rage ability. Dane is running out of troops here. Needs to throw down a heal, but does not get it down in time. Actually, had already used it. So Azog gets the kill, takes the money. What is left here? Not much. A couple units of Guardians, but it looks like this attack has failed. Was not able to take out that fortress. Meanwhile, Agmar continuing to push forward into my allies' main base, I guess you could say. He doesn't have any, he has like one barracks back here, so he doesn't really have any troops to hold us down. It looks like he does have Gimli in the middle of it all, trying to fight. Needs to focus down Hwaldir. Really not sure why he's not focusing down Hwaldir. Focusing down the enemy heroes. Looks like Prince Brand going to fall, and this fortress is in a lot of trouble right now. We'll have to check back on that. Meanwhile, at our opponent's base, I actually managed to sneak a mine up in his base. He does not realize this is there. During this attack, I did bring up a builder and built this mine. As you can see, there's the builder right there. I'm going to go ahead and run back here and put another mine. But Isengard, oblivious to the fact that there is a mine, a forward mine for myself right here in the center of his base, I'm attempting to get out. I would assume, yeah, it looks like more pikemen. We'll be go ahead and researching the banner carriers. Rebuild goes down on the castle, and with so many catapults here, this is going to actually, I think, finally be enough to take out the remainder of these troops glowing in here as well. Almost up to level 10. Or level 9, excuse me. And does get it right there. But with that, Sauron is on the field. And of course, Sauron probably, or definitely the better between the two heroes of him and Galadriel. But just an incredibly scary hero. You never want to face up against that. Looks like I am going to be doing an attack here with some dwarves out for my forward mine. He does, of course, realize that that is there now. I go ahead and empty out the remainder of my troops in an attempt to sort of take out Isengard here. The mine goes down. King Dane goes ahead and summons all of his troops. Now, the goblins has plenty of units in the back here. Angmar continuing to push forward in the front, though. Looks like Angmar is mostly just able to destroy my ally now by himself, as I am basically have to face both Isengard and the goblins. Of course, the goblins haven't moved up to attack yet, but I would assume looks like he's going to be setting up his fire drake while he continues to build his other forces in the front. Felwyn goes down. Looks like there's just so many arrows coming out here from the fortress. I really needed some more ranged units to sort of take this fortress away from afar, but it's just not going to be enough. And looks like I do manage to get up that secondary mine there in the back, but I just don't have enough troops here to actually do the damage that I need to do. Mostly because my opponent just has so many. He just has so many towers, so many ranged units that all my units are just getting picked off so quickly. Looks like King Dane probably went down there, as well as Glowin. Oh, actually, Glowin's in the mine, so King Dane falling, maybe Gimli as well. Okay, never mind, scratch that. So just King Dane went down. Gimli's just standing around with his unit of phalanx here, finally realizing, hey, maybe I should attack something. So they are going to be pushing forward now. It looks like Angmar has turned his attention to me, is going to start heading up my ramp. Of course, I see this, although there's not much I can do. I do go ahead and build the mighty catapult on top of my fortress in an attempt to possibly slow this down. However, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. Loading up the phalanx is the wrong idea. I need to turn around. I need to defend my fortress right now. Looks like Gimli goes ahead and falls. Prince Brand and all of these troops are going to have to evacuate. As here comes a huge push from Angmar. My ally has pretty much nothing at this point. So it is just going to be me. Mountain Giants actually spawning as well. Do go ahead and throw down, looks like Earthquake right there, to go ahead and stop that. Did I use Mighty... yeah, I used Mighty Catapult too. Able to take out all of his archers. The Giants live, and the majority of these hill trolls remain. Looks like I do manage to get all of my troops back out through that mine. However, with that mine gone, and my builder has been killed by the arrows from this mine right here. So it looks like I have gone ahead and lost my forward momentum here, and my fortress is in a lot of trouble. I believe I have a rebuild standing by. Yeah, there goes my rebuild, so it looks like that's going to survive. Do have a couple of dwarves in the back here attempting to stop this. Now my ally finally showing up with King Dane, Glowin, and a couple of units. Sauron showing up, though. I didn't even realize that Sauron was here. That's because he's not here. Apparently he's leaving. King Dane able to finish off him. And Morgamir and Sauron here kind of like, herp derp, what should we do? Let's leave. There's a lot of dwarves there. Actually, Gimli chasing down Sauron here. You can see this is with 200% added damage. Barely is able to hurt Sauron, although he's going to sort of deal some damage there as he attempts to flee, although here comes the ground pound from Sauron as he just wrecks troops. Now, actually, Morgamir might fall here, but the heal goes down. Gimli able to survive. Looks like he's still focusing down Sauron. Sauron actually takes a lot of damage right there. Needs to throw down this Fires of Doom ability before he dies, if he dies. But he's going to attempt to get out of here. King Dane, my King Dane, is going to be chasing him through there. Rock Drop goes down by my ally. I think to kill, an attempt to kill Sauron, and yeah, that is going to be enough. So Sauron does go ahead and fall. I throw down the summon ability from King Dane to grab that, although Angmar throws down his summon too, and he's able to grab the ring just in time. Oh my gosh. A Balrog from our opponents is going to be, I believe, the nail in the coffin. I throw down hobbits in an attempt to get this ring, but it's just not going to be enough. Actually, my mine here might be able to take out these units before they escape with the ring. And actually, it is enough. Additional units of hobbits there. I do go ahead and use my builder to grab the ring. So we do have the ring back right now. However, the Balrog stands in the way of that ring returning to my fortress. And looks like I'm going to go ahead and build a mine with this builder in an attempt to defend the ring. Although he drops the ring when he builds it, I did not know that. I thought he took the ring with him when he built that. So obviously that was a mistake on my part. So the ring is dropped just sitting right here. And that's not good because here comes the goblins. And they definitely want that ring. However, the builder does go ahead and grab the ring when he comes out. So I do have that again. However, he needs to move it because a huge group of goblins is coming down here. The Balrog actually might be able to kill King Dane here. And, yeah, King Dane. Nope, throws down the heal just in time. But, where's the ring? Looks like here's the ring. Although the builder dies, Rogash... Builder tried to sneak through there as the Balrog was distracted, but it wasn't enough. Rogash grabs the ring. He's going to be returning home, I would assume. And that Whip Strike and all of these Fire Drakes are going to attempt to kill King Dane. The Balrog actually is defeated. However, King Dane needs to escape. You're going the wrong way, King Dane. And he's going to take those rocks to the face. No big deal. He's a dwarf. Azog here, too. King Dane going back into battle saying, yeah, I can do this. Who needs health anyways? And oh my gosh, that's not where you want to run. And he is going to fall. Meanwhile, of course, Halo building up an enormous force at the front of his base. We know how this has gone for him all game long. So you think he would take a hint, but alright. Oh well. That's fine. Don't worry about it as I continue to fight down here. It looks like Angmar is going to be moving up here. Does throw down an avalanche on my fortress. Glowin is out. And that's going to be the wolf spawning in my fortress. And I believe at this point I did go ahead and say good game, well played. Because at this point it is basically over. My fortress is absolutely going to fall here. I just don't have I don't have the troops, I don't have the spells, I don't have anything in order to defend my fortress from this. The heavy catapult is not, or the mighty catapult is not yet recharged. And looks like I'm not able to actually even get out my heroes. The ring is going to return to Angmar's base. The rebuild goes down, but I don't have enough damage being dealt here, as they're just going to be easily able to kill that again. The Howl goes down. Rock Drop actually coming out for me in an attempt to save my fortress, but it's not going to be enough. I can't hit both the archers and the hill trolls here. And even if I did hit them, which I did a little bit, it just doesn't do enough damage as they have so much health. So that is going to be the end of my fortress. It looks like my ally here actually going to be saying, you know what? Let's just attack. So it looks like he's going to be moving forward here. Looks like Isengard just kind of standing in the back now, just kind of watching the battle as it happens, rebuilding his base from that earlier attack. Hasn't really been part of the battle too much other than possibly throwing down some of those spells that might have been his Balrog. But this was a completely random game, guys. We all did go as random. However, not that really matters at this point, so I probably should have mentioned that in the beginning. But let's go ahead and watch this final Dwarven attack. Unless this can like completely kill off 2 players, I really think that things are not looking good. Now, I did manage to escape with one of my builders I believe I do later build a fortress down here, I think. But here comes the Dwarven attack. You know, he might actually be able to kill off the goblins. Looks like he does have a... No, he doesn't have anything back here. So really, in order to kill the goblins, all you have to do would be to kill these 3 structures and this. I can't believe the goblin doesn't have more sort of barracks and stuff. I guess he's just been on low econ the whole game, though. Does actually have that outpost up there. There goes the Fellwind and Rogash with the smash. And oh my gosh, just terrible, terrible damage. And the heal goes down, although I'm not really sure that's going to save it, as more troops are showing up. Some from Isengard, more from the goblins. The Deathbringers in here just doing so much damage. And looks like Glowin, King Dane, and Gimli are alive, although there goes the Ice Blast from the Angmar Fortress. That's going to take out whatever's left of the ground units, and without backup and support, Gimli is going to fall. King Dane only up to level 5. Glowin never quite reaching. Whoa. There we go. Gimli never quite reaching, or Glowin never quite reaching level 10, and King Dane manages to escape with his life, although it's not going to be enough in order to, or because Glowin never reached level 10, it's just not going to. He really did need to reach that a lot earlier, and then maybe use it, you know, somewhere in the middle of all these troops. I love how the goblin guy always lines up his troops. Just look at this positioning. It's so impressive. I've never seen anyone do this in an actual game before. I just think it's so cool. So hats off to you, Fikibok. Congratulations on your good positioning here, or your good, I don't know, troop alignment ability. And I will go ahead and speed this game up here, guys, as it's basically over. Watcher goes down, several Watchers, Dragon Fire attack, yada yada. Looks like my ally here just going in to attempt to, I guess, hold off this attack as long as possible. I go ahead and actually get my Dwarven Citadel ability. I'm going to be throwing up a mine right there, but and there's just nothing left for us, as this battle is going to go, I would assume, very negatively for my ally. Oh! And yeah, he is going to lose all of his troops there. And look at this. Here comes the dwarves. Now I do go ahead and throw up the mine shaft just for funsies. That actually doesn't do a lot of damage to these units, but it's fun to watch them all go flying everywhere. I did have enough money saved up to actually get out all 3 of my main dwarven heroes, so they are going to attempt to hold off this entire goblin army by themselves. Let's go ahead and see how they do here as this battle is going to take place. King Dane does throw down his troop, but he's not even going to have enough time. He dies so fast, he can't even get his heal off. Azog in there at level 10, dealing tons of damage. The Fire Drakes, the Stone, or what are these guys called? The Mountain Giants, that's right. Glowing up to level 8, but not going to be there. Gimli, Gimli is probably level 10, but I think he's dead probably in there somewhere. Who really knows? And yeah, that's going to be the end. So I go ahead and destroy my 2 remaining castles, as there's just no point in staying in the game at this point. It is over. They have won, and looks like my ally continuing to fight it out. Let's go ahead and move to the final battle if we can. I did go ahead and stay in the game the entire time so that I could bring this to you guys, as the epic battles are sometimes pretty epic. But looks like the dwarves are going to engage in this choke point. I'm not really sure if this is where he wants to fight. The Fire Drake actually dying there quite quickly. However, even if he destroys this army, I mean, he has this one to deal with. Oh my gosh, just look at that. That is incredibly scary. Shelob actually coming out finally for the goblins. And actually he is able to take out most of that army. However, he also has the Isengard army to deal with. So, looks like as that army moves forward here, The dwarves are going to attempt to look how much damage he's taking. He's completely surrounded. Gimli going to fall. The Deathbringer is now up to level, oh, I guess just level 2 and level 3. Karsh is in here as well. He managed to kill possibly Dane. Glowin is still alive. He still has more Dwarven Zealots in here. Drogoth, the Dragon Lord, now out. Actually, he should have got that out a lot earlier, as I was going for only Phalanx units, so this would have been an effective choice earlier from the Goblins, however. His unit composition as is was pretty good, so shouldn't harp on him too bad there. And Sheila just wrecking these units as well. Several more troops showing up for the Goblins. Angmar, of course, has all of their units along the top here. And looks like he's going to be, my ally Halo is going to be fortress spamming. Not really the politest thing to do. You don't really want to do that because it's, I guess if you're just trying to make a final stand, yeah, it's kind of fun, but pretty boring for the other team, as you can hold out for quite a long time and just basically force a stalemate. Actually throws down Earthquake, so that's actually going to kill off most of the units here. Might be able to survive for a little bit longer, but just terrible damage coming out here from Drogoth with an Avalanche, with the Wolf, and yeah, this fortress, both of these fortresses in a lot of trouble. There goes the rebuild. Oh my gosh, the computer can barely handle it. So much death, so much destruction. And managed to actually finally take out one of those fortresses. This one's going to survive for now. There's the Balrog. There's the dragon. And that is going to be game over. So guys, really appreciate you all tuning in. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed this cast. And if you would like to see more, guys, I am looking for additional replays. So if you have additional replays, please leave me a comment below, and I will let you know how you can get those replays to me so that they can be casted. I'm basically taking any games right now, so go ahead and let me know if you have a game for me to cast. This game is actually 52 minutes long. Incredible long-term game, but we just did not have the firepower with the two of us to take on all three of our opponents. However, it did turn out to be a pretty decent game where we almost got through a couple of times, and I think this Balrog is going to be enough to finish this off. As there goes his fortress, I would assume very shortly. Throws down the rock drop on his opponents. But yeah, this game is over. And thanks for tuning in, guys. And I will hope to see you all in my future casts, my future games. I did play this game using the service called Game Ranger, so if you are interested in playing it, I will go ahead and leave a link to Game Ranger below. And what else? I think that's about everything. We'll go ahead and watch as he does go ahead and destroy his final buildings there. And that is game over, so thanks for tuning in, guys. Master Cloud, signing out.